What's up? Anthony Cuts here, and I'm just gonna respond to the recent video that's up by Shalom, and I'm gonna respond to other stuff too. To be honest, I did not watch Shalom's video. I was already familiar with the story when she said it back in 2017. I'm gonna address the Shalom issue, and I'm gonna address other past incidents that I've been through also. This video might be choppy because I'm not sure how I'm gonna feel throughout, and I ain't trying to be the next Michael Jordan meme. But anyway, so let me just start with Shalom. Me and Shalom met on tour. We were on this tour. It was kind of like a charity tour where we go on tour and we teach the classes, but also the idea where we do the classes, we also were ideally supposed to make wigs for people who needed wigs. We did a few days on the tour, and then people on the tour started realizing that they didn't like the tour. They did not want to be on the tour, but we could not get out of the tour because we were all under contract, okay? So, every time we met up on this tour, it was like a thing, like not a joke, but a running joke, where we wanted to get out of the tour, wanted to get out of the tour for whatever reason. Now, honestly, I didn't mind being on the tour. It was kind of fun, something to do. It was earlier in my career. I was young, having fun, traveling, teaching, and Shalom was on the tour with us. And like everybody else, Shalom wanted to be out of the tour. Fast forward to now, I'm not sure where we were, but I want to say we were in Chicago. I'm not gonna 100% say that's right, but I'll say we're in Chicago. We were in Chicago. I remember getting to the hotel, and when I got to the hotel, I was at the front desk waiting to check in with the person who was running the tour. So, we're checking in the hotel, but I had a young lady meeting me there. She's from the airport, so she lived there, and the plan was for her to meet me there, So I went to the room, we were gonna kick it and whatnot. So it took a long time to check into the hotel. I don't know why, but it took a long time to check into the hotel. And the young lady was obviously waiting for me, and she was looking and waiting, and finally the owner said, I think the lady's waiting for you. And I was like, oh yeah, she is. She's waiting for me. And then, she was like, Anthony, you should really think about not, basically inviting or having women come to my hotel room and whatnot, But I was young then. I was young. I was having fun, She said that, and I remember thinking, lady, you're not my mom. I'm grown, I was like, okay, respectfully. I was thinking about that. Did not think about it. So, me and Lady kick it, that night. Whatever happens, next day we all meet up. Well, I'm not gonna say next day. I'm gonna say we met up. It was the same day or next day, but me and the staff, we all met up. And me, Shalom, and a third party had planned to go out that night. Cool. Okay, so the night comes. Here's my hotel room. Shalom's hotel room is down the hall, We were set to go out around, I don't know, maybe, it was late, maybe 10, I don't know, maybe 9, no. But it was that night, we were set to go out. And for whatever reason, the other party who was picking us up, she was taking a long time to come. So I'm still getting ready, and then I hear a knock at the door. Knock, knock, knock. It's Shalom. Like I said hotel room was right down the street. I mean, right down the. Oh, okay. So, knock on the door, and Shalom. Now, Shalom could have texted me. She could have called me. She could have used a hotel room to call me. But, she came to my door. Knocked. I opened it. Now, I don't know why I opened it, like, slightly, maybe, like, a little crack was in it, but I know it wasn't a full-fledged open. I don't know the color, but I remember she had bangs. But anyway, she's like, so-and-so, they went to the wrong hotel, so, and they don't feel like coming way over here, they're not gonna make it. And now here's the thing, I was gonna have a good night either way, because after I went out, I was gonna be meeting old girl from like before, you know what I'm saying? So I was thinking, well, I'm not going, then I'm still gonna be doing that line with that back again. So then I was like, okay, cool, no big deal. And she just standing there lingering, like, yeah. So I was like, well, do you want to come in? I didn't grab her and pull her in. I didn't force her to come in. I asked her, do you want to come in? She came in. We sat on a chair, and Mary Jane was there. We both chilled with Mary Jane, joking, laughing, having a fantastic time. We were in a suite. It wasn't like a really big, massive suite. It was like one of those small hotels, like the couch, and then next door is the bed. So we're sitting on the couch and we're kissing and whatnot. We get up. I didn't jerk her by the collar. We get up, kissing and touching, go towards the bed. And let me say this, Shalom is a very attractive woman. Beautiful cheekbones, full lips. Brown, dark skin. I'm not a shallow person, so her, burns didn't affect me, Shalom is very beautiful. Checks all the boxes. So I'm kissing her body, head to toe. Not the toe, I didn't get the toes, but kissing all over her body, And I get down to her, and I can feel that her period is on, Dang, that sucks. Now, I'm thinking that, okay, we can't do it now, but like I said, Shalom is fine. I can hit this every time we on tour, But, she pulls her shirt down, pants up, I walk to her hotel room. She pulls her key out, opens the door, go in. I still have a good night. Now, what's crazy is, after this, me and Shalom still work together, but pause. The next day, I go downstairs, and we go to prepare for the class, and the head owner of the tour comes to me. She says, hey, what did you and Shalom do last night? And again, I'm thinking, I'm grown. Why are you asking me about me and Shalom? It's my business. But I didn't say that. I said, nothing, nothing. We just chill. And then she says, well, Shalom says you tried to R-word her. I immediately heard everything that me and Shalom did last night. Like I said, we wanted out of the tour. Shalom was out of the tour now, okay? Now, me and Shalom were together after this. I was on the flyer, she was on the flyer. Separate events, separate charities, separate paychecks from this other one we were doing, the tour together. So she knew I was gonna be there, I knew she'd be there. Now granted, I made plans to chat with her and say, hey, Shalom, what the fuck, And, but I didn't know, not like that, but I didn't know how I was gonna, approach her, because I didn't want to approach her, then she lose her shit and, go off or whatever. So when I got there, Shalom was there, and I wasn't gonna speak to her for the exact reason of I didn't know how she was gonna play me. But lo and behold, Shalom "Oh my God, hi Anthony," spoke to me first. I instantly was cool. It was all good. Um, I left it alone, went about it. Cut to so many years later, someone makes a post talking about my work from 2016 or whatever, how I like it or whatever. And Shalom comments and says, he's a predator. Let me tell you something. Shalom told the lady that I tried to rape her, but I stopped because her period was on. Let me say this here and now. I done fucked on a period before. And if you haven't grew up, I had a girlfriend in high school. I started then when her period was on, she still wanted it, we still got it. Alright? So if I wanted to R-word Shalom, a period would not have stopped me. I don't know how to say that any nicer or any sweeter. But yeah, those are facts. Okay? That's all I can say about that. Now let's move on to my now let's move on to my first one who put me in the news. Now let's move on to the first girl I dated who put me on, this whole platform of being the bad abuser guy. Anyway, so I was dating a girl, we were engaged at one point, we broke up, we both decided was gonna be together. Long story short, she moved out, came to the house one day unannounced. There was a girl there, she shouldn't have been there. We wasn't together. She said we wasn't together. I wasn't with her. She came to the house when a girl was there. Like I said, she didn't tell me she was coming. She was moving out and she was not supposed to be there. She popped up, okay? Popped up and there was a beautiful girl there. She lost her shit, and now to be honest, I know I pushed her over. She was doing her thing, going crazy, losing it. She was saying a lot of mean stuff. She punched me one time in the face, saying a lot of mean stuff. I pulled out the bitch card. Yeah, I said it. Calling her a bitch. Then she rocked me in the face. Bam, boom. Long story short, she was so mad, she went downstairs, called the cops, and made an Instagram video and said that I hit her. The cops get there, I go downstairs, and in the place we live, if someone calls the cops, no matter what, somebody goes to jail for domestic violence, okay? So, the cops come, they question her, question me, and, they asked her what happened. Did you hit her? Did you choke her? I didn't do anything to her. Nobody went to jail. I didn't go to jail. She didn't go to jail. We had a court date. Guess who didn't show up to court twice? She did, okay? The judge said, okay, we're gonna issue a warrant for her arrest, but I'm almost sure nothing ever happened to her. And sadly enough, even after all that went down, I was still smashing. I was still begging her for a little bit. After that, but then my cousin, she told on me to my uncle, and I don't know how she found out. She's nosy, so I don't know. She told on me to my uncle, and my uncle called me one day. He was like, Ski, that's my nickname, Ski. He said, don't you ever deal with nobody who threatened to take your freedom away from you. And after that phone call, I cut her off cold turkey. Well, honestly, I probably hit her like one more time, and then I cut her off cold turkey. But I said that to say, late last year, I got this text from somebody, and I'm gonna put it up here because I screenshotted it. I got a text like late last August, and it said, "Why do you still hate me?" I didn't know who it was. So I replied, "Who is this, please?" And then they said something like, "Never mind," or "Forget it," something like that. So I didn't respond. And then I imagined she sent like a mass text out because I got a flyer of her in her work in the same thread text. It was her, her face. She does real estate. And then I didn't respond to that either. And then some time went by. And one day I was downstairs working, doing hair, whatever. And my daughter's mom was upstairs. And I got the text from her, and the text was saying something like, I'm gonna put it up here. But the text said, "I want to apologize for basically, doing what she did, saying that I hit her and whatnot, And even though I knew, like she had told me earlier that her mom told her to do it, and she told me why she did it, she never apologized. Even when we were still, knocking boots after, she never said sorry. And for her to say it so many years later, I thought I was over it, but I wasn't. It was still, effective to me. I remember running upstairs and show my daughter's mom, like, look what she sent me, show her, let her read it. And I remember saying, I never did not believe you, what I'm saying? But to think that you did somebody and they're gonna, they question it. Well, not even that, you gotta be around your parents or your mom and your grandma, and, you think they know you, but they don't know if it's true or not. Like, did you hit this woman? That text, I put that shit in the group chat with my mom. I put it in the group chat with my aunt and them. Look what she sent me, And my mom, she was like, "Oh my God, that's so great, you should forgive her. It gotta be so hard for her after all these years to come back and apologize." I was a sweet woman, but I was feeling like, F her, man. F her from the bottom of my heart. You saying sorry now, but my career is damaged. Like, nobody's gonna want to work with somebody who beats women, who, nobody wants to deal with that. So I came to terms that this is as good as it gets for me. I'm never gonna be able to model. I'm never gonna be able to do, a celebrity. I'm not gonna be able to see Riri or B. You know what? No one wants to deal with someone who is associated with that. I realize I'm capped off. And that's that. Moving on to my more recent ex. Not my daughter's mom, but it was an ex I dated. Pause me 1 second. A final ex. The one who posted me kicking in my front door, And let's talk about that, I was dating this young lady. By the way, she was fucking 5'10", Amazon, body built like a stallion. She's beautiful. Boom, bow, pretty dark skin, beautiful woman. Also in the fucking gym, okay? I'm 6'1", she was 5'10", So yeah, she could do the damn thing if she wanted to, but let me just say this. That video she posted a video of me kicking in my front door. I forget what she was saying, but it was along the lines of, I'm trying to beat her up, I'm trying to get to whatever. I want to play this night back for y'all. Whenever me and her would get into it, my phone was broken, by the way. I won't say how it broke, but it was broken, okay? Whenever we would get into it, I would always sit downstairs by the front door so I can just, on the couch, so I can just, get to the front door quick if I had to. So whenever I felt like she was and ready to, pounce on my ass, I could just to the front door. So, this one particular lady was arguing I don't know about what. We had so many. But she took my phone, took my keys, you know. I didn't have a code. I didn't put it on. I left, you know. She was trying to, well, I'm like she did. But yeah, took my phone, took my keys. So I left, and it was cold as fuck outside. In Vegas, when it's wintertime and it's cold outside at night, it's cold. I on this thin shirt, foot broken. I couldn't get an Uber. I didn't have my keys. Couldn't get in the house. So yeah, you saw me kicking in my door. And I think when I came in, because my foot was broken, I feel like I had like a knee scooter, and I was just pedaling with a damn knee scooter. It's funny now, it's not a funny thing. But thinking about that, this girl literally recorded me kicking the door and claimed I was trying to, get on her. Like, she didn't have a knife in her hand. She wasn't trying to go out the back door right behind her. She wasn't trying to call the cops. She was trying to record me kicking my own door in because I'm locked out freezing balls off. Yeah. And so fast forward, I don't know when or why it happened, but one night it's going down again, foot broken. I cannot keep getting my ass whooped, so somebody had to call the cops. The neighbors wasn't doing it, so I did it. I called the cops. Unbeknownst to me, she called the cops too. The cops come, and in between her calling the cops and going outside to wait for the cops, she posted a selfie on Instagram. She looked good as fuck, by the way. Had one of my wigs on, side part, deep wave, nice and curly. She posted that picture on Instagram. It came into play later. So she's sitting outside waiting for the cops to go in the corner. I'm watching, waiting too, right? I'm watching her scroll her Instagram, out the window, waiting for the cops to come. So the cops pull up, and instantly I see this girl turn the waterworks on, the same as she did on the phone earlier. I'd never seen it before. The first time I thought, okay, wow, she's emotional. Second time, she literally went into tears again and just was like hysterical crying. It was crazy. The cops pull up, she's talking to them, telling her story. I'm talking to the cops, telling the cops what happened. They go backing up to her again, and they, sit in this little huddle thing, and they deliberate and talk and whatnot. They come back to me and they say, so what do you want to do? And I said, well, honestly, I just called y'all to scare her. She can't keep doing this. Somebody gonna get hurt or worse. I just wanted to scare her so she could stop doing this shit. The cop said, well, she wants to press charges and for you to go to jail. I instantly had my hair down. I instantly pulled my hair back and showed them my face. She went to jail. It's not over. I still lose. She goes to jail. There's a restraining order in place. I have to pay for her, because, not to be too personal, but she doesn't have anyone. She doesn't talk to family, no one she can call to get bonded out. So I had to pay for her Airbnb because she's gonna be on house arrest until her court date. So I paid for that. Long story short, court date comes and the judge asks me, hey, Mr. Cutts, do you want to keep the restraining order? I said, yeah. He asked her. She said no, because, and this is crazy. She said no because we might work in the same vicinity, and I don't want it to take place and I get in trouble. She's a video girl. She does videos. Well, no, but she was doing videos with Young Thug and them. We would never be in the same area for work, ever. That's what the judge did. Dropped the restraining order. I said yeah. She said no. The judge dropped it. She comes back to the house. This first day in the house. Guess what she says to me? Every dude I talked to said, you a little bitch for calling the and put me in jail. And I wanted to say, you beat them niggas ass thing. And then let the baby is the grandma. No kidding.
If you're a mama and you ain't got your baby, and your mama got your baby, then you're not the mama. Your grandmama's the baby.
But yeah, you beat them dudes, but and then let them not call the cops, and then we'll chat it up, mate. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, what I come to realize is that when she was making those posts, for example, she was taking all these white folk. I was working on doing a TV show and whatnot, then taking all these white people, And I realized whenever she would get mad, she would try to destroy or break something that brought value or helped me, in my work. Like she broke my camera, my laptop, I edit videos on, you know what I'm saying? She would I remember one time I was doing a wig, she fucking snatched the wig because she was mad, Yeah. And he was like, oh, why don't you just leave, why don't you just leave? I could have just left, but at the same time, and I should have just left. But dating my first ex, the one who called the cops and said I beat her butt, I left that apartment. And then again, I'd have been leaving this place. And both times these women got into these homes, not by their own income. Then I get in there, and then whatever happens, I'm the one to leave. I wasn't gonna lose this time. So I stayed and got my ass whooped. Whatever. But I do want to say this. Even though she was a good woman, the Leo, she could do like computer stuff like with ease, flyers, web design. I mean, untrained. It was crazy. Like she could dance, she could sing. It's just, the woman was She-Hulk. But the sex was good, so there's that. Even with the first one who said domestic violence, she was a sweet girl. She was artsy, creative, My ex who told her mom, whose mom told her to, go to the internet and make the video and call the cops on that stuff. Yeah. Again, if I can't have you, I'm gonna make sure you fucking hurt. And I'm not gonna lie, that shit stuck. You did a good job. You did a good job. Because now I'm never gonna recover. I'm never gonna get back to my life. I'm never gonna be, anything. I'm nothing now. I'm just gonna be right here. Anthony Cuts, the hairstylist. Never coming to a theater near you. Never in a magazine. I mean, I said I would be that good anyway, but I do can dream, But, yeah. Yeah. What I've come to learn is that people will, when angry or hurt or mad, they will say and do what they need to feel better, no matter what it is. And yeah, I'm done, man. I am gonna be moving on from this. I won't be bringing it up again. I won't be talking about it. I won't be responding to no comments. I'm not turning no comments off. You ain't gotta book with me. You ain't gotta double tap. You ain't gotta like. You ain't gotta subscribe. You ain't gotta do nothing. Okay? I don't know what to say, man. I'm done. I don't care about nothing. I don't care about you. I don't care about your mother. And I care about your mom. But not you, though.